Michigan fans, Michigan women's hockey is live and on the air. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live from the Ann Arbor Ice Cube. I guess it's now the Biggby Coffee Ice Cube. Is that what it is now?
It's the Ann Arbor Ice Cube.
I just want to make sure I get the branding right, but it is now Biggby
One of
Coffee's
three
home
ice
over
cubes
there.
in southeastern Michigan.
There you go. Well, it is the original one, so there.
That's true.
That's what you're happening. So
it is the Ann Arbor Ice Cube, Biggby Coffee Ann Arbor Ice Cube. I guess.
There
is
you
the
go.
way to say
Okay.
it.
Perfect.
Now there's one in Brighton, and now there's one in East Lansing.
There you go. So yeah, I guess so. Kensington Valley's now a Ice Cube as well.
Yep.
And then
This marketing genius has named them all the same. So when you come in from out of state, you just go to you go to one of the three cubes.
I guess as long as you got the city, you are good. But we appreciate everyone joining us, and thank you to Coach Ned for coming back and hanging with us another year. We are very, very grateful to have you on the broadcast, sir.
My pleasure. I hope I can attend more. Right now, the new joints are hanging tough, and I don't have anything else scheduled, so it's all good.
So no true time to be the $6 million man. They redid the Fall Guy. Time for a $60 million man movie, and you could definitely do that with all the extra parts.
They're working. I've been on the ice with the girls, and
Fantastic.
My biggest concern now is learning 9 new names with girls that all have long, dark ponytails sticking out the back and don't practice in jerseys with numbers.
Yeah, we are very lucky they have numbers, obviously, during game time, not in practice. So talking about the new players, so freshman forward Grace Garbady from South Lyon, Michigan. Sydney Black, a freshman forward from Bozeman, Montana. Danielle Rudd, a freshman from Hanover, New Hampshire. Hannah Weinman, freshman forward from Taos, New Mexico. There's Grace Bobby, a freshman forward from Livonia, Michigan. Rhea Dilla, a freshman forward from Ludington, Michigan, on the other side of the state. A pair of goaltenders, Avery Schiff, a junior from Potomac, Maryland, and Paris Heiserman, a sophomore from Menifee, California. And then the lone defender coming in, that is Michaela McGough, from Washington Township, Michigan. So lots of new names and a new assistant coach as well, as Bill Bonser is the new assistant coach, and has some of the same legacy of coaching as you do, both at Huron High School. So
we've now got quite the Huron contingent on the staff here. I was kidding that it's Huron is like Alabama in football. It's a breeding ground for coaches. We've got 3 on the staff now. So
There you go. So the River Rats are proudly supported and seen there on the coaching staff.
He's doing a really nice job, and one of the first perks, maybe this is a good omen, is we're home at his ice. He's the head coach here, and we are utilizing the Huron locker room tonight, which is very special because that's not just some locker room. There's cubicles and facilities and carpeting and pictures and all kinds of rah stuff. So.
That's fantastic. As as the Pioneer play-by-play guy, I will definitely give a tip of the cap to all the Huron and all the hard work that all the Huron coaches have done, and we appreciate all of them here. So as we're coming in, what do you look for as a coach for a scrimmage like that, facing probably a really good 19U Biggby team, as you said, kind of the flagship team for this rink.
Yeah.
What are you looking for a coach to get out of this game?
Well, it's an interesting situation. We wanted to get a scrimmage in before we play a varsity program next week from Windsor. And this team has played at least one set of games in a tournament last week, and we have not. So I guess from our standpoint is how many of these players that we've seen function in practice and tryouts step it up in a game, how the line combinations work, how the culture is. We're really, really, really interested in establishing communication early in the season. We don't talk enough, and we're hoping that the AAA team will be will talk. I mean, they have a very respected coach. Deb, I skate with her on Tuesdays and some Fridays, so it'll be fun to see how that goes. So I guess just kind of an early indication and work out some kinks, work out some line combinations, and actually get 2 of the 4 goalies in too. We got to get some goalies sometime because we had 5 at tryouts, so this is a problem we haven't had to deal with. It's a good problem to have, but that's something we need to see. We've often had goalies that are pretty good in practice and really good in games.
Yeah.
And we need to see if we have a couple gamers hidden in there, and the same with our other players.
I know when I first came on, the team has had some great goalies. I first came on with Bailey Hamill as a netminder. She was not a big player, but man, she was good and she could move around the net. And now Poneth, obviously. We've been really lucky. It's great to have that many keepers, but then you got to find some ice time for them too. So
yeah, I mean it's going to be different. I always have a tough time. One of the reasons I'm up here is because I have a tough time sitting players, and I mean you're going to have 3 goalies that aren't going to get as much time as they'd like to, especially when you basically have a senior All-American. But
at least we hope. Hopefully, no injuries happen.
Right, exactly. Yeah, nobody trying to jinx anything here, but we'll see. It's better than riding one with injuries and somebody getting hurt the whole season.
Yeah.
And like last year, having to put poor Robin in, who just played goalie in field hockey in situations.
Absolutely. That was tough 2 years ago, where I know she came in a game versus, I think that was Miami of Ohio, and had to backstop it. Look, at least it's some sort of hockey, but field hockey and ice hockey are very different. You don't see anyone down in the butterfly in field hockey.
Right.
So
no, and the shots are going to make a lot of noise. No, we've had some amazing performances from players who weren't goalies just because they were athletes.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But that's not how you want to roll if you're going to try to get to nationals.
Definitely. So looking for and have you seen? So you've been to most of the practices.
Yep.
How hard is it now to take and play with the lines and get 9 new players integrated, and obviously the seniors, and we hope they're doing amazing in their next phase of life, but losing the seniors, how much do you have to kind of play with things early on to see how well people work in lines? Is that kind of a process for the first few games, or do you kind of have it figured out through practices?
Well, early we weren't worried about lines. We were just getting conditioning and knocking the rust off and stuff like that.
Sure,
Just this week, the full-time coaches worked out some lines so they could start checking on combinations and see how they work. I mean, it's a process throughout the whole season, and say we do great, we'll lock them in, but then if you hit a rough spot or somebody gets hurt, you've got to move people around. I was always one that did combinations of defense. We're going to be more locked in with the pairings now. So we've probably done about a week of lines. They're very fluid, and I would say that there'll probably be changes after tonight for various reasons. For one thing, we have a lot of players that may have been centers.
Sure.
Because a lot of times the players that we get are the smartest and best players in their high school.
Yeah.
And that's where you usually stick your centers. Well, welcome to the Big Ten. Welcome to the Big Pond. I mean, there's only 3 or 4 center spots, so we're not able to put 6 people or 8 people at center. So we got brilliant student athletes that can adjust to playing wing, and that's the kind of thing that we'll hope that they can do. And there'll be an adjustment time, but that they'll figure it out and bring it.
Hopefully, with all those centers, that means a good percentage on face-off wins and able to make things happen when you're shorthanded, to have someone in to get that important face-off and get it out of the zone.
Yeah, and some snipes and some
Absolutely.
sellies.
Absolutely.
And all that good hockey stuff, eh? Yep.
So we also talked a little bit yesterday at the coaches show. The national, the CCWHA tournament, a little closer to home this season. That's going to be at Eddie Egger Ice Arena. So that'll be a lot more convenient for Michigan players. I'm not sure. I guess no one was really close to Crystal Fieldhouse to be. Everyone had to get a hotel. It's not like we didn't have Michigan Flint out there.
And they went through a different process where they wanted to require us to get a hotel because there's money kickback and stuff, but that's all changed now. There wasn't a lot of love. We called it the Crystal Palace. There wasn't a lot of love for the place. It's always tricky when you're playing in a place like that has a bar.
That was not always. That did not have the best reaction with some of the fans at times.
Yeah, collegiate team. So I'm happy we made the move, and being closer and saving us some money. We have enough expenses as it is with our travel this year.
Yeah.
Oh.
So what you're telling me then is that beer will not be served during Michigan women's hockey games at Yost.
I can pretty much guarantee that unless they got a keg for me, that's probably not going to happen.
As obviously that's something that is happening this season at the football games and at the basketball games, the hockey games, as you can buy beer there.
Yeah. I'm all for cold snacks, but I don't love refereeing or coaching when people are doing that.
It's tough in a tournament where everyone everything, the tenor of it is all tense and high, and then you get a couple of people who have a few too many road pops, and
they've been there all day.
Yeah.
It's liquid courage. I don't need it.
Funny enough, I never actually made it into that bar. I walked past it for 5 years doing the tournament there, and just never made it in.
Well, they actually have pretty good food for a rink bar, So.
I don't. So it'll be good to be at Eddie Egger Ice Arena. The main rink is a little bit bigger than what they had, much bigger actually than what they had at the Crystal Fieldhouse. The second rink's a little bit smaller, but the Michigan Women's, the Michigan Girls High School Hockey League had the opening rounds of their playoffs there, 2 years ago and 3 years ago. So it's a good rink, and it'll be fun to see.
We'll have to start working on being able to broadcast there right now with the.
I need to reach out.
Yep.
I need to reach out to the CCWHA and to CJ and see if they would be willing to let us do that, because I would love to be able to get back. It's something that I'm very proud of, and we'd like to be able to do that. So we will definitely reach out to them ASAP. Now, have you looked at the new pods for? Speaking of the CCWHA,
I laughed when I saw the new pods because of the naming. I'm like, okay, who named one pod Superior and the other one Huron? I'm like, that is just harsh.
It goes back to, if you think about when we first added Maryland and Rutgers, you had one that was the leaders and one was the legends, and I'm not sure which was better or worse, because they both had some connotations.
Well, at least they were kind of at the top of their class.
Yeah.
One is Huron, which, I'm a Huron river rat, and I've always been called a urine river rat, and then you've got the Superior. But I heard today that Tribbs says that they're changing the names. It's interesting. We never finished all our commitments. Those meetings are wild.
I don't doubt it.
It is what it is. I'm sure there's people that are thrilled. I'm sure there's people that are not happy. It's hard to believe we only played Michigan State once.
That was something that even a couple of Spartan fans, when the Michigan schedule was announced, I saw a couple of people saying, "Hey, where's the second Michigan State game, and talking to Tribbs, they're in the other pod now.
Yep.
So we don't get to play them twice.
And who's our biggest rival? Ohio State won't play us in the club level anymore, and I don't think they have a D1 anymore. But Michigan State's our biggest rival now. Rob, unfortunately, is not there anymore. But
Rob Blackburn.
Yeah,
is no
Rob
longer
Blackburn is not there anymore. No.
Fair enough.
So,
well,
a lot of new coaches. Kevin Hicks is no longer with Indiana Tech. So some of the old school coaches that I came up with are now
are you saying Scott Hicks isn't with Indiana Tech anymore?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was because he was in when I first started broadcasting back in 2017. He was with Miami of Ohio. That
right.
made the move to Indiana Tech. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So as long as we have our coaching staff together and doing well, that's what's important.
Yeah.
So it'll be an adventure. But you have Miami and Indiana Tech now in the same pod with Michigan, so that makes things interesting. Adrian's
I would say
still
that
in the same pod.
I would say that competition-wise, it's a tough pod.
It does. It could be different every year, right?
Every year.
Game is cyclical, but what it's looked like the last few years, it does seem like. The pod that Michigan is in is kind of a murderer's row of pods. It is tough. It is tough.
And I saw the name Superior. I thought, oh well, that makes sense now.
I think that was the other one though.
That's what was confusing. I didn't think it was the other one, so I haven't gotten that totally straightened out yet. It's a new thing.
Yeah.
Just
absolutely.
like everybody makes the playoffs, and now we've got 12 teams at nationals.
So that'll be interesting, kind of syncing up with the football 12-team playoffs. So that gives you a little bit of extra breathing room where you get down to 8 and 9, and it start to sweat at the end of the season if you don't win your conference tournament, because you don't know if someone else is going to sneak in ahead of you. You don't know what's going to happen. So. Certainly something that we will keep a track of this season. And here's hoping Michigan would love to get back to Centene Ice Arena over in St. Louis, which is where I think they signed the extension. So they had it for a couple years, then they had a break. And I think they have it signed for ACHA Nationals for the next 6 years or something over at Centene, I think. So
really,
maybe it's not that long. I know they're there for the next several years.
That's nice to know where. And how about Central? I mean, that's about as central as you can get and make everybody so they don't have to spend a ton of money.
Absolutely. So and it was a really nice rink for the ACHA. You can argue the NCAA probably could have fit more people in, but for the ACHA it was a great rink. So.
No. And the next step is to get video review, so you don't win in overtime, win in regulation and lose in overtime.
I'm still not over that, but I will be.
I'm bitter.
I'm still not over that, but I will keep that to myself. Yeah, that is something that.
And that's another one we're going to have to make sure we finagle our way into for broadcasting rights.
Absolutely, we want to be able to at least do hopefully a audio broadcast, because otherwise our wives might not let us go to nationals. So,
right. There you go.
And I would love to be there again. So as we're counting down, hopefully when the clock resets, it'll hop up on our scoreboard there. As both squads getting a 5-minute warm-up. Michigan is in their home blue jerseys with the maize numbers on the back and on the name, and then the block M on the front, the little white on the shoulders. Biggby is in their home whites with the black numbers outlined in Biggby orange, Biggby on the front, the black pants and the black helmets out there. So, and they have the numbers at the bottom, kind of a cool thing,
names
at the bottoms.
Yeah, I noticed that. I really like that. I've designed a lot of jerseys, and I've never done that, and that's actually super cool unless you tuck them.
That's the problem is at this level, at least most folks don't tuck them, and that's beautiful.
Yeah.
And look, comfort of the player is the most important thing, right? That's
right, yeah.
Me broadcasting doesn't matter. Comfort of the player, but at the same time, when you got that jersey tucked, boy, when I can see just the top 2 inches of the number, I'm in trouble, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, and the further and further away Gretzky gets from play, probably the less and less tucked. I know there's still kids that do it, but their mothers will pull it out, and the kid will get all mad and say, "Mom, that's how I do it. don't mess with my mojo."
It just makes it hard for us folks in the press box, but that's okay.
And we're going to have a lot of jerseys in the visitors blue that do not have names on them yet, because we haven't had them had them customized yet.
But so long as we have the numbers, I should be able to. I see, Garbady has the 4, but I don't see a name on the back there. Hung has her jersey tucked, but that's okay. Yeah. Thankfully, she has that purple or pink tape on the stick, so I can always tell.
And she was in the ad. She was in the ad on the wall here. The promotional ad that showed it was her versus one of the Biggby players.
Really?
That they had posted at the Ann Arbor Ice Cube was her. And you could tell because it had the pink tape.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
She played for this team. Or she knows Deb, and apparently so there was.
I don't doubt that.
That was a connection.
I don't doubt that. That's awesome, and certainly I got to see her when she actually played for Biggby, but then joined the Huron Skyline high school team for the playoffs. And again, something that I would love to see it where players could play AAA and move that season. And have the players able to play for their high schools as well. Because being in AAA is great and having those teams, but there's something special about playing for your school and having your fellow students show up and cheer for you. And at least I like to think so.
No, it's true. And, other than Trenton, that kind of made the culture possible. I mean, like we were talking, there's a formula for it. Minnesota does it and makes it work. And then their high school players want to go on and play in college. They don't have to go to juniors because they've played both travel and high school their senior years or their college careers. So
most people aren't like Detroit Catholic Central, who has I think 3 JV teams, which is crazy. But they at least have multiple JV teams, which is something I know Huron Pioneer and Skyline would love to have, but they don't. So
hard to afford.
Absolutely. So we're getting ready to go here for the scrimmage. Now it looks like we're going to have 15-minute periods here. As Michigan breaks the huddle around the goal to the right. Try and see who the...
Looks like they got Coach Joe manning the D, Coach Bill on the forwards, and Tribbs is going to oversee.
So, again, the head coach is head coach Jenna Tribbiano, assistant coach Bill Bonser, assistant coach Joe Upton. You're a senior advisor officially, I believe?
Officially a senior advisor with certification to be on the ice if they need me behind the bench or at practices.
And is Leslie Reed still the student manager?
She is. I have not seen her yet because she's had some conflicts, but she is, yes.
Perfect. And then on the other side,
we have Carly is our social media guru.
Absolutely.
So, yep.
I always appreciate also Sophie Williams chipping in on that sometimes.
Big time.
That's
she
fantastic.
Does great. She does
she
great
is
work.
Absolutely great. Deb Bellino is the head coach over for Biggby. The assistant coaches Taylor Mosigian Costella and Leah Mosigian. Hopefully I didn't murder that too bad.
Bellino is a heck of a good hockey player. Really got a great hockey IQ.
Malashevsky trying to take the face-off. That's sent back by Carr. Gathered over and along the near boards by Kolwich. Kolwich sends it down the near boards through the neutral zone. Malashevsky chasing it outside the near circle, racing back there versus Goodnow. The battle into the near corner, trying to pull that away is Hassel. Comes all the way back as Ferris has it. Ferris joined the team midway through last season as she deflects that right to the blue line. Coming ahead, here comes Malashevsky. Makes a nifty move. That batted away out there as Porter tries to send it into the Michigan zone. Lifted head by Kolwich down the far boards. Racing back to get it is Goodnow outside the far circle. Now battle for it there. I believe that's Flazar who sets it up on the far circle.
Yeah!
Shot and a goal!
Bar down, baby. Woo!
I believe that was Malashevsky who got the goal there at 14-18.
That hasn't even counted as a shot on net yet. It's still 0-0 on shots. Wow, that was a great play out of the corner. Good for her. That was just a quick little snap over her shoulder.
Love to see it, as you love to see the offense. A lot of times, at least in my what I've seen in seasons, is the defense gets going a little bit earlier, and the offense takes some time to hit their groove.
When we compete early in the season, our defense is usually manhandling the offense.
Now sending it ahead is Katie German. Moves the head to Garbady. Now that's sent over. Lindahl trying to knock that. That goes all the way back.
Goal scoring is contagious, so we'll see here.
Into the near corner. That pulled away by McGough. Picking it up, McGough, the lone defender in this new class coming in. That deflected into the far corner. Picked up back over there by Schultz. Battle for it in the far corner. Lindahl trying to pull that away. Schultz back there knocking it. It comes right back behind the goal. Coming in along the near boards. Sent through the neutral zone. That'll go all the way back. Tipped back over. Trying to get that was Lindahl. She's ever dangerous outside the near circle. Lindahl battling back there, trying to pull that away. As back over there was Stein. Puck back to the near point, trying to send it deep. That picked up back over there by Garbasic. Garbasic sends it all the way around outside the far circle. Now Beatty trying to get to it. That back into the neutral zone.
There you go.
Cevallos moves it over to Katie German. Katie German over center ice, dumps it all the way back deep into the far corner. French races back to get it for Biggby. That's sent right back into the neutral zone, put deep by Michigan as they get a change on the defensive side. As Izzy German comes out. Puck brought ahead as Juhas coming in outside the near circle with it. Trying to skate around with it is Lorelli. Right back behind the goal. Trying to poke it away is Izzy German. That puck coming out, deflected back to the near point. Right there is French with a shot and a save by Michigan.
That Biggby goalie tried to move that puck out. I don't think she anticipated the speed that Michigan was forechecking, which she almost put right on our stick.
By the way, it's Heiserman who's in between the pipes starting off for Michigan.
Yep, Paris.
Indeed. Puck into the near corner. And it's swept around by Izzy German. Izzy German gets back into the near corner. Trying to send it down the near boards. That tipped into the neutral zone. It spins all the way back. Racing back to get it is Ferguson. Ferguson goes right back behind her own goal. As back there at the goalie as that is going to be Canton. Goal is deflected right off the side of the goal. Excellent job by Heiserman to knock that away. Hung trying to get to it. Loose on the far circle. Picked up. Chipped in along the far boards. Battle for it as that comes all the way back out to the far point. Held in there by Biggby as they send it right back into the near corner. Biggby controls, trying to fire it around as Hassel.
Izzy's had a good shift. She had a good camp. She's played really well. Going to be one of our senior leaders on D.
Well, it's got to be. I mean, you have some real leadership on the D with Izzy and Katie and Gustafson in her second year, and certainly good defense for Michigan, and that's going to be huge.
Yeah, we need the depth too, because with the World University Games and Tribbs being one of the assistant coaches, I'm sure players are going to be absent.
We're hoping that a couple of Michigan players make the World Games. I can't imagine what a thrill it would be to represent your country like that.
It's our collegiate Olympics. It's fantastic.
There's a backhanded shot
great
deflected
play.
over. Carr trying to fire it in. That gets knocked down into the far corner. Sent back to Ferris. Ferris with a shot from the blue line. That gets deflected out. Battle for it on the far side. Swanson trying to get to it. Back to Carr outside the far circle. Deflected on that far circle. Carr trying to weave through traffic. Carr with a shot. There's another save as that comes back. Good save back there by Canton. The puck outside the far circle, back to the far point.
Nice.
Now moved over top of the near circle, grabbing that Lindahl. Lindahl tries to put it out in front. Deflects into the near corner. Over to try and get it is good. No for Biggby. Lindahl battling. That goes right back behind.
Good forecheck.
As the puck comes all the way back.
Oh, they're going to call that good. They're playing with the ACHA rules, according to what I heard they were going to try to do.
By the way, penalty as Michigan is on the power play. Did not see that. As in the box is Slaw.
I had no idea. No wonder it looked like a power play. I'm thinking, wow, we're dominant.
As Lindahl takes it back to the near point. With it there, Ferris gets it over to Lindahl on the near circle. That tipped away. As racing the other direction is Hassel. Hassel coming down the far board, sends it deep. Stopped there by Heiserman, picked up by Lindahl back behind. 37 seconds left to go in the power play for Michigan, but that's going to be a stoppage in play, and that puck will be dropped over on the Michigan side on the near face-off circle.
That play in front, Emily's already got a goal. She could easily have tried to get a second, but she made a great play across, unselfish. I thought it was going to go.
Good job to try and knock that away by Garbasic. Looked like she had a good shot from the slot. Michigan able to deflect it. Working her way around is Carlson. Carlson back into the far corner. And brought back. Michigan trying to grab it. As fired around the boards, down the near boards. Here comes Michigan through the neutral zone. Racing ahead with it. Garbati gets it ahead outside the near circle. Then trying to send it back. Taken by Katie German right at the near point. As that's fired into the near corner, trying to pull that away. I believe that's Flazar in the corner trying to work out there as Schultz trying to pull it away for Biggby. still battling in there. Is coming back outside the near circle.
We're even up now.
Arbasic trying to get to it. Thank you. Yes, the power play has expired. There's a shot from the far circle, deflected out in front. And a really good job to knock that away by Canton.
That could be a... Well,
they're
letting them play.
Hansen taken down to the ice. She pops right back up. Battle in the far corner is Orley trying to get to that. Still trying to dig out of there. Hansen trying to poke that back. Hansen goes right back behind the goal. Hansen going from the near side to the far side, trying to get it back over to Flizar. The puck comes outside the near circle. Grabbing that back over there is Juhas. Digging out of the near circle, coming back to Katie German, feeds it all the way across the way. Cummings with it there. Cummings trying to work that away, but that knocked back by Schultz.
Ooh, what a pinch. Got away with that one.
And puck comes in along the near boards as controlling it there is French. Sent right into the neutral zone, in along the far board, swept the head back over there. As that Slaw with it, back into the far corner. Ceballos moves it over to Katie German in the near corner. It's amazing. Ceballos has really flourished on the defensive end. She came into the team as a forward.
Yep. And then she's a great ref now, too. Ref in the kids' games.
Oh, that's awesome, because we need all the officials we can get coming
Here we
back
go.
with
There's
it.
a dance
Here
right
comes
here.
Michigan. Lindahl into the far corner. Lindahl trying to fire it out in front for Gordon. That deflected back. Gargiulo trying to get to it. Ceballos picks it up along the far boards. Over to Izzy German, right at center ice. Izzy German ahead to Lindahl. Lindahl poked right back into the neutral zone. Gargiulo slides it over across the way. Now back over to Izzy German down the near boards. Pressure back there coming from Stein. And moved right back deep into the Michigan zone. 8:12 left to go here in this. The first period, 1-0 Michigan in the lead with this scrimmage versus Biggby.
Manami.
Racing in. Here comes Gordon. Gordon, top of the near circle. That swept away. Good defense by Hassel.
Biggby is getting back.
Now they're coming ahead with it. That fired back down deep by Ferguson outside the near circle. Battle for it there. Michigan trying to get it out of the zone. That brought ahead.
Here we go.
Here comes Hansen. Hansen on the near circle. Hansen. Oh, what a good poke check back there. Excellent move by Ernest as that puck comes all the way back to the blue line.
It.
There. Held in.
Nice
There's
play.
Hansen with a shot from the inner corner of the near circle. That puck comes back. Hansen feeds it over top of the far circle. One-timer there goes just net. Deflected. In along the near boards, Biggby tries to cycle it right back as Ferguson gets it back behind the goal.
I love seeing this unselfish play.
Absolutely. Ernst trying to get that over to Ferris. Ferris feeds it into the far corner. That picked up by Blackback. Trying to put it out in front. That one slips all the way outside the near circle. Picked up back over there by Hassel. Hassel gets it.
My goodness, what a forecheck.
As that brought
Look
in.
at that.
Excellent play off. Black has it outside the far circle. Now in front, there's a shot by Hansen. Another save as the puck is covered up finally. Canton able to cover that puck up, but Michigan got a couple good opportunities on it.
Man, I'll say, wow, that was great. They are moving the puck so well, finding open people. I mean, that's I'm thrilled this early in the season.
6:53 left to go. By the way, if Cummings looks familiar, you might have seen her. She's all over my Facebook feed with that commercials for the Heads Up Hockey. Good for her.
Yeah.
There's a shot, a good save. Another shot
that was
by
over.
Oh, that was
over
very close. Just
Field
over
goal
the
is
crossbar. The puck in the far corner, picked up, headed the other direction. There is Carlson. Carlson moves it ahead. Grabbing it there is Juhas. Juhas,
nice
top
job.
of the near circle.
So
but that
aggressive.
pulled away. Racing ahead with it. Excellent job by McGough. McGough, top of the far circle, takes a shot. That looked like it went off a post. The goalie will just get that net back on its mooring and continue. It's what happens with the scrimmage. You got to make the most use of your time. There's a good save by Heiserman. Leads it into the near corner, coming ahead with it. Here comes Katie German, gets it ahead to Hung. Hung fires it back deep, racing back to get it is French back behind her own goal. French coming up the far boards, drops it back over to Manor. Manor moves it ahead through the neutral zone. Dumped into the near corner, but yes, that will be icing and head right back into the Biggby zone.
Boy, we get that combination of KG with McGough out there. Both players, obviously, first time seeing, like to move it up.
Yeah.
That's going to be a lot of offensive pressure. We just got to make sure we have forwards coming back.
Always a good thing to get a little offense from the blue line. 5:54 left to go here in the first as Malashevsky taking the faceoff back to Izzy German with a shot that just goes wide. as trying to chase a car that comes right back into the neutral zone, deflected back over to Izzy German. Izzy German up the near boards of the neutral zone. Fired back deep. Lazard chases. Carr getting it into the far corner. She's back there battling with French. That puck outside the far circle, tipped back. Now here comes Biggby.
Nice.
Right back into the neutral zone.
Here we go.
Here comes Carr. Carr gains his own. Carr poke checked away. Coming over, Malashevsky, top of the near circle. She goes into the near corner. Malashevsky.
There's a setup player right here.
Back behind, trying to fire it out in front. That poked. But Carr couldn't get everything on it as she tried to poke it between the skates of one of the Biggby players. Izzy German races back into her own zone, providing pressure as Porter back there for Biggby. And puck outside the far circle. Chipped back over there by Hassel, and that puck right back out into the neutral zone. Controlled over there by Goodnow, fired ahead.
That's a good play to get too many men. Went right to the bench door.
Picked back up there, Ferris.
Nice.
Michigan appears to have avoided the penalty. Poked away. Some really good poke checks by this Biggby team as Lindahl trying to get it in, and they've really made it hard for her to enter the zone.
What's also been really impressive this spring, or this fall, has been the shots. We have some players who can just send lasers. It's some of the new players have got great shots, and some of the returning players have been really working on their shots.
It was 2 years ago that Lindahl really came in halfway through the season. Last season it was Carr who really found her footing halfway through the season. It's exciting to see who's just going to step up their game. Gordon puts it into the far corner, trying to pull that away as Ernest. And sent right back behind. Grabbing it there is Goodnow. Out in front, and what a good move to pull it away by Hassel. Otherwise, that could have been disaster.
There's Julia wide open, a bouncing puck.
Garbetti trying to get to it as Ferris keeps it in, top of the far circle. Now that lifted off. All the way back. Kolwich has it in the Michigan zone, top of the far circle, picked up there.
Got a lane.
Now bringing it ahead down the near boards. Lindahl brings it up. That knocked away. Biggby picks it up back in the far corner as French has it back behind into the near corner.
Tough to handle that pass.
Pulled ahead. Here comes Loralee gaining the zone, top of the far circle. Loralee into the far corner, trying to knock it away back there. Ceballos trying to stay ahead. Battle for the puck on that far circle, comes back to the blue line. Slips right back out into the neutral zone, controlled there, moved over along the near boards by French. As that's sent into the slot, but pulled right away as Michigan.
Play.
And gets it out of harm's way.
They're playing that blue line like it's a danger zone. Good for them. It's early in the season.
Arbasic trying to fire it deep into the near corner. Picked up back over there by Ferris. Ferris directly behind the goal. And loose. Battle for it in along the end boards. That slips outside the far circle. Gargiulo trying to pull that away. Good to see Gargiulo back. I know she spent some time abroad at the end of last season.
She was in London. Good, great to have her. We got two Avas now, so one of my fortes is nicknames. I don't spend as much time that they don't, I got to be careful they don't dislike it.
Absolutely. The puck outside the near circle, trying to get to that was Cummings. Grabbing it into the near corner. And it's Hansen trying to get it out of there. The puck comes all the way outside the far circle.
Good
Chipped
job.
Over there, trying to pull it away. As Schultz trying to dig it out of there. The puck comes right back into the far circle. Couple players hit the deck, and that swept all the way down.
It's icing.
As that was French who sends it, and that indeed should be icing. 2:33 left to go here in the first. Well, it's nice to get back in a rink. I know you've been to some practices, but it's good to be back even for a scrimmage, and
Yeah, I've been in rinks helping with the Pee-wees, and I was fortunate enough to go to a tournament in California this summer, playing the Snoopy tournament, which was the greatest thing ever, a bucket list trip. So
very cool.
Lots of rinks, trying to get the joints to work.
There's a shot from the far point, knocked
she
away.
Pushed it right out in front.
As that was a really good save again out there by Canton. Puck comes all the way back to the near point, held in by Katie German. Katie German trying to feed it. Pulled away by Biggby as they send it ahead. Racing ahead with it is Manor into the zone. Good job to knock that away by McGough. McGough already showing some integration and good skill on the defensive side as Cummings tries to get it down the ice. Picked up there by Carr. Carr trying to come ahead with it. She ends up down on the ice. Picked up and headed the other direction is Hassel. Hassel, top of the far circle, gets a shot, and there's a save.
That's
by
a tough
Heiserman.
save. Paris has been sitting there. She's got rigor mortis from the, I don't know. I have her at 4 shots, so she hasn't seen a lot of action. That's tough to do.
Absolutely, and Face-off in the far face-off circle. Yeah, trying to be engaged when you're not getting a lot of action can be difficult. Puck rimmed all the way around outside the near circle, trying to pick that up. Battle back is Garbady, trying to dig it out of the near corner. As Porter trying to feed that away as well. Izzy German gets it all the way around the ice.
Chip.
Down the far boards, held in back there. Lindahl trying to get it out of the zone. Lindahl still battling, trying to poke that away as she's battling with Ferguson. And that puck comes back in along the near boards. Sent ahead. Here comes Garbady, putting it deep. Intercepted and sent the other direction by Loralee back into the neutral zone. Right in front of the scorer's bench. Michigan gets it to the blue line. Lindahl trying to dig it out of there as well as Gordon.
Flat-footed defenseman
Lindahl
back
in the far
again.
circle with the shot. Coming over and a backhanded shot. Just able to slide over was Canton. As Canton got the first shot, Lindahl has a beautiful backhanded shot where she goes across the crease, and Canton with good side-to-side movement to stop that.
Yeah, that was a good save. And, I've got him 9-4, so.
I've definitely seen that shot go in more than a few times for Lindahl.
Yeah, that's a tall goalie.
Absolutely.
She can get post to post.
As Cummings trying to get it over on that far side shot, and puck or the net came off of its moorings there, so they're going to kind of get that set. Well, when the puck's right there, they got to blow the whistle. When it was across the way, they can't get it right back on. But 1 minute left to go here. Cummings taking the face-off in the near face-off circle, back over to Kolwich at the blue line. Kolwich moves it over. There's a shot deflected into the far corner. Swanson trying to get to it. Now hung outside the far circle.
3-on-2.
Up. Here comes Biggby with numbers
3
the other
on
direction.
1.
Coming in is Carlson. Carlson on the far circle. There's a shot. As couldn't get through all the traffic. Back high slot with the shot by Garbasic. That got blocked.
Another block.
There's another block by Swanson. It's the puck back into the neutral zone. Love to see folks getting down and blocking shots early in the scrimmage.
Huge. Blocking shots is high honor.
Loralee trying to get in. Ferris trying to knock that away. Deflects off the end board and along the near boards. Grabbing it over there is Loralee. Loralee trying to feed it back behind. Out in front. Heiserman with the save. As right on our doorstep was Carlson looking for a rebound. Now trying to get around the official was Cummings.
Here we
trying
go.
to knock
We got
that away.
9 seconds.
Here comes Michigan with 7 seconds left to go. Firing it down.
Icing.
And it's going to be icing with 2.8 seconds left to go. Just
now, will Deb's going to pull her goalie and take the draw. I figured she'd do that.
Well, try and get what you can out here. Get this game tied up before going to intermission. Not sure how long our intermissions will be here, but we'll see as Cummings in to take the face-off. On the other side is Manor in that far face-off circle. The puck into the far corner, pulled back, and that will do it for the first as Michigan has the lead. Kolwich able to usher it in along the end boards, and Michigan takes a 1-0 lead. Now, it looks like we're just going to have a short, maybe 2-minute break here, and then we'll get right back. So the timing and everything, this is a lot more like a high school women's hockey game where you have 15-minute periods, no ice resurfacing. At least between the first and second period.
Yep. Well, we're squeezing into 75 minutes, so we'll do what we can.
Absolutely. And it's just nice to get as much time on the ice as possible playing folks that aren't wearing your same jersey. So
right.
We appreciate good crowd out here. Lots of Biggby people, lots of Michigan folks. Good to see a lot of the Michigan folks who I haven't seen in a little bit since Nationals. Although the poor German family still runs into me everywhere, but that's okay. They put up with me very well.
And I can promise that as crowded as it is, I can still promise good seats.
Oh, yeah, there's plenty of good seats if you want to come on down. 2 more periods here. So if you're in the area, we'd love to see it down here.
Just tell them you know Mark Wiseman. You'll get right in. They'll charge you double.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much cachet my name carries with it, but that's okay.
And don't come in looking for Biggby coffee. That's the irony of this place.
Maybe they'll get some Biggby coffee at the concession stand at some point.
Someday.
Yeah.
I heard there's another group coming in to do the concession, so I don't know.
I never minded. I mean, I've done Pioneer hockey here since I first started broadcasting. This was where I had my first ever broadcast, was in this rink, doing it audio. So
that was like the one in Sault Ste. Marie, built in 1877 or something like that.
Yeah, 2016. Not quite that far back. Yes.
Yeah.
You didn't realize they had ice rinks back then, did you? Puck taken back, controlled by Biggby in their own zone as they feed it in along. Grabbing it is Flazar. Flazar back behind the goal from the near side.
She is such a passer.
Set up. There's a shot that got deflected out in front, and the slot comes right back into the neutral zone, coming ahead with it. Here comes Biggby as Porter gains his own. Porter trying a centering attempt, trying to get that pass as it's sitting right loose into the near circle. Back to the near point for Ferguson. Ferguson with a shot as pressure out in front. That goes just wide to the far side. Controlled there by Hassel. Hassel puts it right back behind the goal as firing it out in front. Backhanded shot. That knuckleballs into the near corner. Trying to bring it ahead. Katie German sweeps it into the neutral zone. Back grabbing it is Hassel in her own zone on the near circle. Pressure coming from Carr. And fired ahead. Now knocked down by Ceballos. Ceballos sends it ahead. And puck right at the blue line. Michigan trying to get it back into the zone. Again, Biggby really good at making that entry difficult for Michigan. Ferguson brings it ahead. Fires it all the way down into the far corner.
No icing.
Picked up back there by McGough. McGough in the far corner. That comes across.
Smart play by KG, not tipping that in front.
Absolutely. Coming ahead with his Lindahl into his own. Lindahl outside the near circle. Lindahl centering attempt. Just missed. Trying to get it over to Garbady, and that puck wouldn't settle down.
So the plan is that halfway through this period, switch goalies for Michigan.
That makes sense. Get
We're
someone else.
We're going to try to get 2 in for this game and 2 in for against Windsor.
That's not this Friday, but next Friday is the game against Windsor.
This Friday is blue versus white. It's just an inter squad.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. And I'm on the bench that night.
So that's not something we had planned to broadcast, but if you want to come on out and watch that, we will have we do plan to have the University of Windsor game. I'm going to see about play-by-play because we do have the Pioneer football game the same night. Puck back behind. Cummings has it underneath the near circle. Cummings ricochets it back to Ceballos at the near point. Ceballos trying to send it top of the near circle. Cummings with the shot. That got blocked right off of a leg back over there by Ernst.
She worked on her shot this summer. Her shot is unbelievable. She can get it off so small, so fast. She's not tall, not big, but, man, it surprised you with that shot.
Hung trying to get to that puck as it comes right back in along the near boards. Ceballos sends it across over as Izzy German feeds it into the zone. Coming ahead, Hansen trying to move it over. That got knocked away back over there by Carlson. Still loose on that far circle. Swept ahead back over there by Loralee. Here comes Biggby coming in. Carlson has it, top of the near circle. Heiserman deflects it into the far corner. Ceballos with it, rims it all the way around outside the near circle. Picked up there.
All that time in the zone, I don't have us down for a shot.
As the puck trying to find Hassel, that deflected back. Hassel now has it down the far boards over center ice. Hassel bringing it ahead, gains his own. High slot, good poke check back there. Great job to knock that puck away. Here comes Gargiulo. Gargiulo gains his own. Gargiulo, she ends up down on the ice. They're letting them play. Hansen trying to get to it. That's sent all the way back. Kolwich chases it into the near corner. Kolwich will pick it up there. Racing back, trying to provide pressure. Porter trying to get that puck away. The puck outside the far circle. Now controlled by Gargiulo. Gargiulo sweeps it across the ice outside the near circle. Picked up there. Coming ahead with it is Black. Bouncing puck right at the Michigan blue line. Black has it knocked away. Now Gargiulo trying to move it over. Gathered up as here comes Hansen. Hansen comes over center ice. Hansen gains his own. Hansen over onto the far circle. Stops there. Back at the far point. Hansen coming over high slot. Shot that blocked into the far corner. Good save by Canton there. Picked up back behind. Now trying to move over the puck into the near circle. Control back there. Trying to fire it is Malashevsky out. And Carr puts it in. Carr able to come across. Malashevsky moves it. Carr takes it on the far corner of the crease. Able to deflect it in. And that at 11:15 here in the second.
Emily is such a setup player. She now has 2 points in this game. That line looks good.
Absolutely.
So I think what we're doing, I haven't been scouting, but I think we're playing with 4 sets of wings and 3 centers is what the plan was, although I'm not sure everybody. We could dress more tonight because it's not a ACHA game.
Sure, absolutely. Malashevsky in to take the face-off. Lazar over on her near side. Carr chasing it back. That puck into the neutral zone. McGough trying to knock it. That comes all the way back. Picked up back behind by Katie German. Katie German lifts it down the far boards. Held in by Biggby.
High off the glass.
Knocked down off the far circle. Carr trying to get to it. Held in at the far point. As that puck knocked down in the slot, headed the other direction. So that was a really good move back there by Malashevsky. Puck into the near corner. Grabbed there by Flazar. Flazar trying to dig it out of the corner. Comes right back into the neutral zone. Picked up by Katie German. Katie German deflects it off the far board. Coming in, Garbetti. Garbetti, top of the far circle. Loose. Malashevsky trying to keep it in. That deflected right back. Oh, that
McGough's going to be strong.
And McGough puts it right back behind the goal. As that's lifted all the way back down.
Nobody could get that pass.
Oh. Right out in front, the puck gathered up, coming down the far boards. Racing ahead with it is Manor. Manor puts it back deep. That deflects off the end board. Manor just back behind the goal, trying to dig it off of the back of the goal. Now there's a whistle, and they'll stop it there with 10:06 left to go. 2-0, Michigan with the lead here in the second period of this scrimmage versus Biggby. Michigan versus Biggby. It's been a good back-and-forth game. I don't want to jinx it. We'll talk about that later.
You weren't going to say anything about something in goal, right?
No. I was just going to say I don't think I've actually seen us, Michigan, beat any of these AAA teams that they've done for scrimmages or whatnot.
That could be.
Since 2017. They might have.
I will say that based on practices, this team is passing and way ahead of where they were late last year.
There's a shot out in front and putting it in. Lindahl.
That's your move.
Absolutely.
She went past that outstretched pad.
Lindahl takes it as she got a feed from the far corner. Was that Garbetti? I think that was Garbetti who moved it over from the far corner. Lindahl took it across the crease and snuck it in.
She took the first shot off the pad and then got her own rebound and went past the pad. And I'll tell you what, to be able to do that with people all over you in that type of area is a special gift.
Lindahl looks like she will have a lot of firepower already. Folks returning Malashevsky, Carl Lindahl, kind of some of the usual suspects we expect to be good on offense this season.
And Julia's been doing a great job of rides. And the leadership group's been amazing this year. Unfortunately, our president's unable to play tonight with an injury, and we hope she gets better.
Oh, that's no fun. Yeah, it's no good. Gustafson. That's a big blow not to have her out on defense.
Yeah, that super defenseman not here.
And we've lost Bucksbaum not returning as well, another defender that...
Tess, got a lot of ice time.
Picked up, Cevallos has it, Cevallos chips it ahead through the neutral zone, intercepted there, coming the other direction is Ferguson, who puts it back deep. Izzy German picks it up back behind the goal, Heiserman still out there. The puck sent into the neutral zone, picked up, wouldn't settle down for Lindahl. Coming over...
Puck.
Here comes Hassel. Hassel moves it back for defense into the near corner. Trying to swing it ahead was French. That puck into the far corner. Trying to dig it out of there is Cummings. That right back behind. Swanson into the near corner. Swanson ends up down on the ice. It's a scrimmage. They'll let him play, apparently.
It's right in front of the ref. If that wasn't a trip for hitting your skates, I never saw one. I'm not being a homer here. I'm just saying, holy mackerel.
Yeah, they're letting him play again. Not a lot of time. So that swept ahead. One penalty that was seen. Held in at the far point. That was almost too many players on the ice.
That may have to become a play. We're sending it right to their open gate.
That is a good, it's hard not to play that puck while you're right there and trying to get off off the ice as that through the neutral zone, gathered up there, trying to feed it ahead. Michigan puts it deep. Back chasing it is Ernest. Ernest has it back behind the goal. And lifted all the way back, tipped in and along the near boards. And brought ahead by Loralee. Loralee into the near corner. She ends up down on the ice. The puck swung all the way around outside the far circle, put back by Manor, back to the far point, then lifted back behind the Michigan goal.
Got time.
Michigan fires it. That ricocheted off the near boards. Hung trying to get to it. That pulled back away. Ernest has it. Forgive me, there's a Skyline player called Ernst, so I'm having problems not messing that up.
You calling her Ernest?
trying to say Ernest. I'm trying not to say Ernst. Coming right back. Good
Sounds like a good
opportunity.
nickname to me.
Picked up back over there and sent ahead. Battle for it, trying to get it out of the zone. And pulled, and here comes Michigan racing ahead with it. Coming down the ice, gathering in as that was Dilla who had it, or excuse me, Bobby who had it. Bobby.
Who I'm dying to call Ricky because we have two Graces.
Absolutely. That fire back to the far point. Michigan has it, top of the far circle. Now that puck, high slot moved over onto the near circle. Katie German trying to get a good shot there, held in at the far point.
We had people on the back door right there, too.
McGough held it in. Now Katie German has it in the slot, trying to go deep. She's outside the near circle. Battling back over there with Schultz. Still trying to get the puck. Hansen sitting out in front.
Play.
Hansen has it. Hansen skates top of the far circle. That deflected back, but a good pass by Katie German, but good job by Biggby to really muck up that middle. Puck still in. Michigan able to hold it in. Now they bring it back out to the neutral zone. As Hansen trying to reset coming down the far boards. Hansen chips it in.
She's making all kinds of friends out there.
Intercepted by Garbasic, who sends it all the way back deep. Picked up by Katie German outside the near circle. And trying to fire it through the puck back into the neutral zone. Fired back deep by Garbasic. Okay. As Biggby will touch up to avoid the delayed offsides. Puck right back in along the near boards of the neutral zone. Coming ahead. Here comes Gargiulo. Gargiulo fires it back deep. That slips right back behind the goal. Picked up back by French. As the puck in along the near boards. Back into the neutral zone it goes. Izzy German over and along the near boards to McGuff. McGuff trying to get it across as Slaw had it there.
McGuff is not taking any guff, let me tell you.
Slaw has it outside the near circle. Slaw into the near corner. Malashevsky trying to get that away. Out in front. That back to the blue line. Shot there.
Off the post.
Goes off the post and wide.
Surprising she moved it back. She was way deep in the slot, but it worked out for him.
A little traffic out there. I'm not sure Heiserman saw that coming.
Yeah, that could be.
Puck on the far circle. Lifted ahead. As that just slips past Carr's stick. And coming ahead, that swept away as Canton doing a nice job to make sure that didn't.
Very unorthodox sweep by a goalie.
They've changed. It's a tittle now in goal for Biggby.
That was, I've never taught that method of clearing the puck. A little scary.
Coming out as there's a shot by Ceballos. I swear Al Montoya used to do that a lot for the Michigan men's team. He always used to like to play out. Back over and along the near boards. And it's sent right back by Ceballos underneath the far circle, then back to Ceballos up the near boards. Into the neutral zone, bringing ahead Lindahl, has that knocked away. Battle for it right at the near point. Sent outside the near circle.
Well, look at the defenders we have tracing to that corner. Stop that play across. That's great.
Carlson has it outside the near circle. Here comes Michigan. As they bring it back through the neutral zone, send ahead by Lindahl, picked up into the near corner, grabbed by Goodnow. Goodnow has it right back behind her own goal, trying to send it out. Michigan couldn't quite hang on to it there. Puck in along the near boards. Now picked up and swept ahead there by Juhas. Into the near corner it goes. Lindahl now pulls it ahead. Lindahl over own blue line. Lindahl down the near boards. Lindahl gains the zone. Puts it back deep into the near corner. Lindahl gets it back behind the goal. Lindahl underneath the far circle there, trying a centering attempt. That deflected away and right back into the neutral zone it goes. 3:23 left to go here in the second. 3-0 Michigan with the lead over Biggby 19U here at the Ann Arbor Ice Cube, the Biggby Ice Cube. The puck outside the near circle trying to get to it is Garbady. That's sent around. Cummings tries to pick it up outside the far circle. Grab there as Mackinson trying to get it off of that far boards.
This is where I yell crowbar.
Absolutely. Top of the far circle.
Nice
play. Out in front.
What a pass.
Cummings set up, hung, and just couldn't keep it on the stick.
There's
another shot by Cummings that just goes wide. As that puck out in front.
Point.
Back into the far point, trying to keep it. That's sent in by Garbady. Now lifted, still into the zone. Good job battling at that far point as Lindahl keeping it in. Hung keeping it in. Hung trying to keep it back into the near corner. Picked up back there by Goodnow. Goodnow moves it All the way across, deflects it off of the far boards. Here comes Ferris. Ferris trying to avoid pressure back there by French. Ferris puts it right back behind the goal into the near corner. 2:12 left to go here in the second. First scrimmage of the season. One more exhibition game coming up next Friday, as there's a shot that gets deflected out in front.
There we go.
Trying to pick it up, as there's a shot, and Cummings just couldn't. She's had a couple really good opportunities, and it just hasn't happened to find its way back behind. McGough keeping it in at the far point.
We are having so much riding time in the zone, but we're not getting shots.
Black coming down the near boards. That tipped away. Black trying to keep it out as Schultz digging it off of the near boards in the neutral zone. Now Swanson moves it back over. Katie German in along the far boards. Now that lifted, deflected out. Here comes an opportunity for Biggby as they shoot, and a save.
Oh, jeez.
Is going right over, I believe.
I think they're going to switch up now.
I think that was good now.
You're going to have Avery in goal.
So coming out, Heiserman makes her way over to the bench, and now in net is going to be, just verify and make sure, indeed Shift between the pipes for Michigan.
She's quick as a cat. Now she's going to need to be because she's cold as.
Coming in off of sitting on the bench, so that puck in along the near boards. 1 minute, 17 seconds left to go here in the second. Controlled, sent ahead by Garbasic. Out in along the near boards, Garbasic trying to get it into the zone. That deflected back into the Biggby end. Is racing back to get it is French. French in along the near boards. That gummed up there, trying to get to it is Bobby. Now back. Taking it is Slaw. Has it, makes a move. That tipped away. Excellent job by Schiff. Coming back, trying to fire it out in front was Biggby. Now coming down the far boards. Here comes Michigan racing ahead with it. Into the zone, Hansen with it on the far circle. Hansen with the shot. That got deflected away. Good save back there. It's excellent work by Tittle. And along the far boards, Biggby lifts it down into the neutral zone. Carried ahead by Porter. Now into the zone. There's a shot. And that one just goes wide. Wicked shot by Hassel. Just wide to the near post. Ferguson with it. Ferguson moves it back.
Sydney's tired. She's got another great hockey name, Sydney Black. I stick with Sid. It's a good hockey name.
Absolutely.
Oh.
Deflected back behind, trying to pull that away. Is UAS trying to fire it out in front. That's a good block back there by Michigan. It's Savals trying to dig it off of the boards. And that will do it for the second period. So at the end of 2, it is 3-0 Michigan. With the lead, it was a goal in the first at 14-18 by Malashevsky. Then in the second, it was Carr with the goal at 11-15, and then Lindahl with the goal at 9:41.
And I have shots at 15-8. I'm not sure. A lot of riding time. I'm not positive that's accurate based on the intensity of watching the game.
It seems like Michigan's got a lot of opportunities, but Biggby has been good at getting in front of it and blocking those shots. And yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4,
5, 6, 7. They've got a shorter bench for sure.
As we're being a bit Rick-rolled here, as a little Rick Astley being played on the music here.
Good hockey. I think this is good for us.
I mean, both squads are playing very well. They do not look like it's the first action versus a different jersey team. As of yet. So
as a Michigan coach, I couldn't be. I can't fault anything. I mean, we could use more shots, but we're really moving it around well and really looking for the open person in the offensive zone and finding space. I can't tell the communication with this stupid netting. I feel like I have cataracts and I can't hear anything down there anyway, especially with these headphones on. But
sorry about that.
Hopefully,
get just my voice in there, and that's something. But if you want to turn that down, by the way, that's that knob right there.
No, that's okay. That's all right.
I love this rink, but I do sometimes have issues with the white netting, trying to see some of the numbers. And then Pioneer has some white jerseys that the white mesh really can make it difficult sometimes.
Does Pioneer have white jerseys with white numbers? That would be very Pioneer.
They don't, thankfully, but
Spoken like a real rat.
Hey, let me tell you, I think Lincoln the other day had like white with gray on it, so that was not easy.
That's like showing up to a pickup game in a yellow jersey. Was that light or dark?
Indeed. Coming in, Carr moves it outside the near circle. Malashevsky chases it into the near corner. Malashevsky back there battling with Garbasic. Trying to get it out in front.
Right here.
Swept. There's a shot. And save comes all the way in along the near boards. Tittle with a good save. That puck right at the near point. Is trying to get to it. That pulled right back away by Juhas. Puck top of the near circle.
So it looks like they're going to open it up and send a cherry picker or headman it.
Trying to pull that away again. It is Schiff now in goal. Here comes Michigan down the near boards. Here comes Carr. Carr racing ahead. Carr on the near circle. Carr fires it through a cross, trying to get it to Flazar. And that Flazar just got a little deep, and I'm wondering, that puck was rolling on its edge. It made it hard for Carr to get it over there.
Yep.
But good opportunity for her and Flazar. Battle for it back behind. And it's just losing an edge there was Carr.
Otherwise, she's going to want that back.
She would have had an opportunity. Here comes Juhas. Good job to knock that away by Kolwich. Kolwich firing it ahead.
Ooh, that's a suicide
pass.
Loose.
Here comes Carr trying to knock it away. That picked up. Racing around Ferguson. Top of the far circle. Ferguson moves it ahead. Coming ahead with it is Hassel down the far boards. Hassel gains his own. Gordon trying to knock it away. That comes right back behind Schiff underneath the near circle. Trying to hold it in back there is Goodnow. Puck into the near corner. 13:20 left to go. Michigan up 3-0 in this scrimmage. Puck into the far corner is Slaw. Has it there, trying to poke that away. Still trying to get it out of there. It was Kolwich. Now Gordon trying to get that.
Here we go.
That pulled away, coming ahead. Garbady has it. Garbady over center. Garbady coming down the near boards. Garbady it's in outside the near circle. Now that knocked away. Good job by Goodnow to separate her from the puck. Into the far corner comes Slaw. Slaw outside the far circle. Now Lindahl digging in there, trying to poke that away. Katie German
pinch.
trying to get to it. That deflected coming down the far boards. Fired in back deep by Hassel.
Goodness.
And Katie German underneath the far circle. Katie German bringing it ahead. Here comes Garbady. Garbady over center. Garbady gains his own. Top of the near circle. Garbady stops there. Gets it back to Katie German with the shot. That got deflected out in front. I think Ernest had it. Back behind is Hung trying a wraparound attempt. And a good save by Tittle. That was a sneaky. A lot of those you can see coming, but Hung really did a nice job to quickly try and get that in.
And we had two players behind the net, which is an old power play trick Wisconsin used to do, where you have two people so you don't know which player's coming out with the puck.
No idea, and have them say it could go either side.
And, the tendency on that one was her to go in that way, but the goalie had no clue. That was a good save.
Coming ahead with it is Stein. And outside the near circle is a couple players collide. Katie German sweeps it across. Hung has it outside the far circle and gets it back into the neutral zone. Lifted back right to the blue line by Biggby, trying to pull that away. Back there was Schultz. A puck back into the Biggby end. Into the near corner. Chasing it is Garbasic.
Hopefully McGough's okay. She got railed in the boards over here.
As that comes outside the near circle. Picking it up there is Schultz.
Yeah,
you don't want to see any of these players injured in a scrimmage.
No.
Good stop by Schiff. Well, you don't want to see them injured anyway, but especially not in a scrimmage. Into the near corner, Michigan trying to get it out of the zone. Good job by Biggby to sweep it away. Carlson with it, now coming in. Swanson, but...
it looks like we're going to get a penalty.
Was it a penalty or was that a hand pass? No, it looks like a penalty, so into the box goes Bobby.
She was cool, whoever she messed up with, she spoke to after, and I don't think it was a chirp. I know that Tribs is working hard to prevent injuries by working with Phil, strength and conditioning coach. They had him off with all our time on dry land lifting and stuff like that. So that seems like it worked last year. Hoping it continues this year.
Absolutely, so important to get that. Off-ice strength training. There's a shot that just goes over the crossbar. Excellent opportunity by Slaw.
And what a time commitment, too.
Oh, absolutely. Back to the near point with it. Trying to put it back is Goodnow. Puck outside the near circle. Carlson trying to put it in along the end boards. Carlson trying to sneak in that, lifted all the way back into the neutral zone. 1 minute, 39 seconds left to go on the power play as trying to get it back is Gordon.
Oh, look at this.
Lifted ahead, coming in.
Shorty.
Here comes Lindahl. Lindahl puts it in, and it's a shorthanded goal. And there's that move to the forehand, to the backhand, and in. And I don't know how you defend that.
You don't.
No idea how you defend that.
And the forecheck, it's set up by Manami, went down and took it away one-on-one, a player who's 2 foot taller than her.
Absolutely.
Took it away and laid it right to Julia for the maneuver.
That was beautiful.
The Lindahl.
As a short-handed goal, you love to see those shorties.
Oh, my goodness, that was sweet. All right, that's good. Well, I hope we can work something out with getting you to the Windsor game, because I don't recall us ever playing a varsity team. Now, I'm not – my memory isn't, last as long as I've been doing this, but that's a big deal to play a varsity team.
Absolutely. Puck outside the far circle.
And they're going to be Canadians, too, so,
Definitely. Over to the near circle. Shot. Good job to block it back there by Swanson. Outside the near circle it comes, and back into the neutral zone. Racing back to get it is Ferguson. Ferguson picks it up into the near corner. Now lifting ahead, that into the neutral zone, racing. All the way through. Hassel has it. Hassel puts it top of the far circle. And trying to go back behind is Schultz. Out in front.
Short side. That's a nice play.
And it just slips right past into the neutral zone. Ferguson with it there. Ferguson drifts back to her own blue line, feeding it ahead.
Used to call that the cheese.
Comes outside the near circle.
Killing this power play nicely.
Picked up outside the near circle again. Ferguson coming ahead. 25 seconds left to go on the power play. Porter brings it in, top of the near circle. Now coming ahead, Hassel.
Step out.
Has it high slot, Hassel. With a one-timer, that into the far corner. A slap shot, excuse me.
Good block.
Hung fires it all the way down with 11 seconds left. That should pretty much do it for the power play. With 9:33 left to go here in the third, 4-0, Michigan with the lead. Picked up by Garbasic at their own blue line. Sends it all the way across, over to Goodnow. Goodnow into the neutral zone. Gathered up there by Carlson, who tries to send it deep, but that intercepted. Izzy German has it. She banks it off the near board back into the neutral zone. Here comes
nice
Carr.
Izzy, not the
Carr over to Hung. Hung in the slot. Hung trying to get through. Good defense by Garbasic. There's a backhanded shot. Comes back behind Malashevsky trying to get it
right
to Carr.
Salad head.
And into the near corner, Malashevsky with it. Malashevsky trying to dig it out of that near corner. Now Carr battling back over there, trying to get it away from Goodnow. Now Carr coming in with it. Carr, that poke checked away. As I believe that might have been Tittle who just knocked that away with the goalie stick.
Yep.
And
bouncing
lifted,
puck.
In. And that got knocked down by a defender, but that was definitely a knuckleballer in there. That's no fun to see.
And both forwards were behind the D on that knuckleball. If that had bounced off, we had 2 people to pounce on it.
That's got to be something as a goalie where you see it coming and all of a sudden it's bouncing weird, and that's got to be a feeling in the pit of the stomach there.
Knuckleball, warm puck. Yep, that's tough.
Gordon drops it back for Kolwich. Kolwich has it, banking it, trying to put it in. Now Lindahl back over into the far corner for Garbady. Trying to dig it out of that far corner, battling a pair of Biggby players, including Schultz back there.
Here he
comes back, top of the far circle. Ferris trying to put it right back behind the goal. Lindahl with it. Lindahl trying to get it out to Gordon. That slips right back to Kolwich. Kolwich dumps it into the far corner, but that off a Biggby player, and here comes Biggby. They move it ahead. Slaw had it into the far corner, now racing back. Poked by Ferris. Ferris trying to get it away from Schultz. That back to the far point. Now loose. Good job as Ferguson has it. Puts it into the near corner. There's a shot that deflects back away. As that was Manor who had that shot. Lifted right back in along the end boards. 8:23 left to go here in the third. 4-0 Michigan. As Garbady has it right at the near point. Now Cummings trying to get it out of the zone. Porter held it. Nope. As that got over the blue line.
Good.
So that will be offside, and that will come back out to the near circle just outside of Michigan's zone.
Well, it looks like we're going to have plenty of time to finish this game.
Absolutely. Coming ahead, Porter. Good job to knock it away by Katie German. Coming down the far boards, and she goes. She tries to introduce one of the coaches to the puck there. Right. I think that was Coach Joe.
Yeah.
just in case you're not locked in on that bench. 8:23 left to go here in the third. 4-0 Michigan with the lead in there. Hassel taking the face-off, comes across. Here comes Michigan as Katie German feeds it into the neutral zone down the near boards. Here comes Swanson. Swanson trying to dump it deep into the near corner. Right back behind the Biggby goal, gathered up there by Ernest. Ernest trying to move it from out, now in there. Hassel trying to dig it out of there as well. Swanson pulling, trying to crowbar it out, as Coach Ned says.
Yeah, if I see a crowbar, I'll buy the team dinner. I'm teaching it forever. It never happens.
Still trying to get it out of there.
Yell into the microphone, but everybody be deaf.
All the way back over. Katie German trying to get it. Porter sends it all the way down the ice. Picked up back there by McGough. McGough. Collision there as that sent right back to Katie German. Katie German up the near boards.
McGough is solid.
Yeah, she stood there, took that as, just slips off the stick. Here comes out, and there's a shot.
Wow.
Picked up. I thought Biggby was going to get that out of the zone, Garb.
Swanson gets railed. Nice play.
Back, knocked down right at the blue line. Gargiulo trying to get to it, coming the other direction. Here comes Carlson. Carlson gains the zone outside the near circle. Carlson trying to get it back. There's Hassel with a shot that just goes wide to the near side. Rocketed back. That deflects out in front. Picked up by Carlson at the near top of the near circle. Hansen trying to knock it away. Now coming down the near boards. Into the neutral zone it goes as Bobby chasing it back. Controlled and ricocheted off the near boards by Biggby, but Hansen trying to move it at.
Good idea.
Now blasted by Katie German all the way back deep as the defense goes for a line change.
Katie German doing a great job of playing within herself and not rushing when she doesn't need to. They've got the offense, doing a great job of leadership.
Izzy German back over to Ceballos up the near boards, grabbing at Hansen. Hansen trying to bring it in. That grabbed and coming in. Black has it in the near corner. Black trying to get back to Hansen. Now back to the near point. Ceballos with it. Ceballos trying to get across as Juhas trying to get it out of the zone. Michigan able to hold it in. Outside the near circle.
Nice
Hansen
pick.
goes into the near corner. Hansen trying to come across through
got
traffic.
She's got her.
Moves it over to Izzy German, top of the far circle. Izzy German! There's a deflection out in front, and yet good goalkeeping back there by Tittle. Michigan holds it in, and here comes Biggby as they get over their own blue line. Racing ahead with it is French. French gains his own top of the near circle. Fires it. That knocked away. Good job into the far corner.
Nice turn.
Here comes Izzy German underneath the near circle. She'll fire it all the way down the ice. That is going to be icing.
We can't change, although we might because it's not an NCAA. Yep, we're not going to.
And probably a good thing to practice not being able to change on those icings.
Yep.
It's a difference between the high school game and the college game. Of course, high school you can get a change on the icing. College you can, and pro you can't.
So now you're starting to see Biggby do things individually because they're pressed. They're running out of time.
That puck, top of the far circle, controlled, held in at the far point. Shot there.
Nice
Good
shot.
save by Schiff. That was a beautiful shot from the far point. That was Ferguson with it. Good save by Schiff. Face off to Schiff's right in the far face off circle. As Manor in to take the face off. On the other side is Malashevsky. And puck controlled right through the crease. Into the near corner comes Carr. Carr trying to get it back into the neutral zone. Held in by Schultz. Trying to still get it out. Schultz coming up the system, holding it in against the near boards. Now that slips all the way back into the Biggby area. Picking up is Ferguson down the near boards. Ferguson coming into the neutral zone. That fired right back to the blue line. Picked up there. Stein trying to get it up the far boards. Now controlled by Schultz. Schultz brings it ahead. Michigan has it at their own blue line. Gotten ahead. Now bringing it right back in is Porter. Porter onto the near circle. Porter trying to make her way through. Good defensive play back there right in the middle.
They've been shifting pretty much their whole team at once. That's tough. They got to work that out.
Malashevsky tries to move it over. Here comes Hassel. Hassel.
Now,
top
we
of
got
the
an
near
open
circle. Hassel.
Oh.
Shot. Good save. Back there is Kolwich. kept in front, and an excellent save by Schiff as that comes back into the neutral zone, controlled by Biggby there.
She's quick as a cat.
Here comes Porter again, top of the near circle with a shot that goes wide, deflects off the back of the goal, picked up by Kolwich underneath the far circle.
Nice pass.
Ahead down the near boards. Here comes Michigan as Garbetti has it, top of the near circle, poked away from her. Porter picks it up at her own blue line, but Lindahl steals away at mid center ice. Lindahl ricochets it off the far boards, coming in. Lindahl coming in, backhanded
There it is, open net.
Oh, and quick whistle.
It was still alive. Manami, it was just sitting there. Well, if referee loses sight.
Yeah, also I think the net came off of its moorings there.
Okay.
But an awesome job by Lindahl coming over. Gordon was looking for her first goal of the game, and a good job back over there by Tittle.
She crashed the net, which is supposed to do for that rebound. That was a good play.
Absolutely. 7:55 left to go here in the third. 4-0 Michigan with the lead. As high slot, that moving over. Katie German gets it, top of the near circle. Lindahl trying to get it deep. Over into the far corner. Garbetti putting out front. Lindahl with the shot trying to get the hat trick, and that one deflects wide. Coming ahead. And fired all the way down.
Nice play, KG.
Juhas had it.
Plugging things up and moving it up.
Picked up back over there by French, back behind her own goal, runs it in along the near boards. Juhas trying to get it out of the zone. Now that banked off the far boards. Carlson racing for it. Good job by McGuff. McGuff coming ahead with it.
Strong.
Absolutely battling tough. Lindahl fires it back deep into the Biggby end as it's 7:44 left to go. Clock stopped for some reason.
Oh.
Not sure why.
Oh, that's probably because they're not curfewed. They're just going to keep playing till their time's up. Otherwise, they give away
some ice time.
As
that's
minutes,
over.
Yeah.
Shot there as 13 minutes, 30 seconds left of ice time. So they've paused the clock. I'm assuming they're going to wait until that match is up.
Yeah.
And then just let the clock run at that point.
That's what I would guess, yeah.
Just making sure I'm not completely crazy on that. So face-off in the near face-off circle. Mannarin to take the face-off for Biggby versus Cummings. Puck in along the end boards, grabbed by Ceballos, moved all the way over to Hung down the far boards. Intercepted, pulled away by Stein. Still battling. Michigan gets it back into the neutral zone, and here comes Swanson.
1-on-3.
Swanson down the far boards. Nifty move over to Hung. Now Izzy German picks it up. There's a shot that's on the near circle. Trying to pull it back. Ooh. Biggby comes away with it. Now here comes, they've started the clock again. As the puck back into the far corner. Picked up by Ceballos, back behind the goal. Now that's sent. Hung has it. Hung gets over on blue line. Moves ahead to Swanson. Swanson racing down.
I want to see Swanson rip one. She likes it low to the corner.
There's a shot.
Nice shot.
Knocked away by Tittle. Comes outside the near circle. Now banked off of the near boards.
Job, Izzy.
Izzy German trying to fire right back.
Smart.
Tittle knocks it into the near corner. Brought ahead back over there by Garbasic. Here comes Hassel. Hassel through, making some nifty moves. Gets it over on the far circle. Shot there. That just goes high by Slaw.
Field goal is good.
Into the near corner. Izzy German trying to move it away. Black battling outside that far circle. Controlled by Biggby. Move. Now Garbasic. Top of the near circle.
Block.
Beautiful block back there indeed by Hansen. Izzy German trying to get to it. Now Ferris goes back behind the goal. Ricochets along the far boards. Black battling against the far boards. Now that slips back into the neutral zone, turning with it, coming ahead. Garbasic sends it right, or Porter sends it back deep as she goes for a line change. Ferris underneath the near circle, trying to get it out. Garbasic puts it deep back into the near corner. 6:17 left to go here in the third. Picked up by Juhas into the far corner. Black trying to pull it away. Now Carlson gets it back to the far corner. Carlson, top of the far circle. Carlson trying to get it shot away off the side of the net. Picked up there. Back over, as grabbing it back over there was Juhas. Back to the far point.
Oh, my goodness. They're getting
and
riding
able
time.
to hold it in, coming in onto the near circle. There's a shot by Lorelli. Back and Ship with a save. Carlson right on the doorstep.
They got a lot of shots in the last 3 minutes.
Absolutely. 5:48 left to go here in the third. 10:45 left to go on our curfew time, so we can't go longer than that. As that clock in the corner is the end-all, be-all. Lorelli taking the face off. Carr trying to get to it in along the near boards. Carr brings it into the neutral zone. Carr
Nice
intercepted.
Try to sauce it.
And brought down in along the far boards. Uhas outside the far circle. Uhas brings it back. Flazard trying to pull that back. Now Malashevsky into the far corner.
Let's play in the other end, guys.
Porter puts it back. Now Carr has it outside the near circle. 5:25 left to go here. Biggby keeping it in. Bouncing puck in the slot. Knocked away. Still with it back over there. Lorelli as that goes right through the crease outside the near circle. Here comes Michigan.
She's not going to challenge you. Just walk it out. Good.
Carr fires it all the way back deep. Ferguson looking to pick it up into the near corner. Ferguson comes ahead with it. Knocked down in along the near boards. Katie German trying to get it ahead to Carr. Katie German gains his own.
Now we got to get somebody back.
Just out of Carr's reach, coming ahead with it the other direction. Racing ahead. Here comes Ernest. Ernest,
there you go.
The shot that off the back of the net. Picked up by Stein. Stein trying to fire it off. Came off the side of the net, controlled. Ernest with it. Now Stein chips it towards the goal. That ricochets back behind. In along the far boards. Manor with it outside the far circle. Back to the far point. Sent back deep by Garbasic. Loose into the slot.
Nice block.
Another good block by Michigan.
Okay, this is good. This is good. Oh, goalie's going to try.
Here comes Lindahl.
Oh, she's hesitated.
Lindahl coming over it. Oh, what a poke check by Tittle.
She hesitated. That's just death usually. Oh, we're not done.
And Tittle covers it up as it was like she went to go for it, came back, and that caused Lindahl just a little bit of a pause and gave her a chance to reach out with that goalie stick and poke it away.
She does swing that goalie stick at a full length. She's got a knob on there to make sure she doesn't lose it. I want to thank the alumni that showed up here. I know I've seen a few. I saw Charlotte, and that's great that got that kind of support.
Love to see all the former players, and thank you, as this program wouldn't be what it is without all you former players wearing the maize and blue. We are so grateful for all the effort and the hustle you put in.
The foundation for varsity, we hope someday.
Fingers crossed. As Gordon trying to peel it out, that comes bouncing in along the near boards. Coming ahead with it. Now that
nice
trying
play.
to come it over. Here comes Garbady. Garbady coming down the near boards. Garbady. That knocked back the other direction by Porter. And coming ahead with it.
Look at that, right
Here
through
comes
the middle.
Lindahl, and that poked away. Lindahl has just gotten better and better as the game has gone on. Kolwich trying to get it into the zone. 3:21 left to go. Here comes coming ahead with it. Biggby comes in. Manor with it. Top of the near circle. That's Schultz. Schultz fires it across. Picked up. Good job by Kolwich to knock that away into the near corner.
Yep, let it sit there and pick it up.
Swung it around to Kolwich, coming outside the far circle. Harder. Trying to knock that away is Lorelli. Hung has it. Hung trying to get out. Lorelli again holding it in. Puts it right back behind. Ceballos has it back behind her own goal. Under 3 minutes left to go. The puck into the near corner.
I will have to say we could work on our breakout at the blue line.
Here comes Hung. Hung gains his own. Hung
got her back
through
in to
the
shoot.
Slot. Shot. Tittle with a save and covering it up. Hung continues. This was something that happened a lot last year. She got a lot of great shots and just a little snake bit with them going in. I expect her to have more goals this season than last season, as she has a good shot and good moves.
Yep. She's in the right spot.
Cummings in to take the face-off versus Manor. 2:39 left to go. That puck swept back to the far point. Biggby trying to get it out. They brought it ahead. Here comes Carlson. Carlson over center. Carlson gets it over. Good job to knock it away as Kolwich gets it back into the neutral zone. She's been solid on the defense today. Puck in along the near boards. Here comes racing ahead with it. Grabbing it. That fired back by Uas.
Good area pass. Nobody there. Let somebody chase it down.
Cummings trying to get it away. That tipped back by Garbasic. Controlled down the near boards. Racing ahead with it. With French. French trying to get through the neutral zone. Intercepted right at the blue line, but poked back outside the near circle. Gargiulo with it. She goes back behind the goal. Gargiulo underneath the far circle. Gargiulo trying to feather it down the far boards. Good job to get it right to that far point, but again, holding it in. Biggby. Here comes Hassel. Good poke check back there, but Stein with the shot. Save back there by Schiff as the puck back behind and along the near boards.
Last minute and a half.
Trying to get it was Hansen. That puck back, controlled by Michigan, 1 minute 30 seconds. Coming ahead with it. Here comes McGough. McGough gains his own. McGough, top of the far circle with his shot, as Tittle will hang on. 1:22 left to go here in the third.
I have that as our 30th shot, and they're looking at 18.
So Michigan definitely has had the total in shots. Good defensive play. Both teams have blocked a lot of shots.
Yes.
Something you don't always see in a scrimmage, so love the hustle and play. Held in at the far point. Trying to get to it. Malashevsky on the far circle. Malashevsky has it poked into the far corner by Hassel. Malashevsky moves it back to the far point. Shot there. Carr trying to chase it in. Now pulled back. Flazar trying to knock it away. That rimmed all the way around back to the far point. Again, that held in there, trying to fire it back deep. I believe that's Ceballos over there. Comes into the near corner.
I'm happy with the conditioning, too. I don't see any fatigue per se. I know we've got more bodies than normal, but I don't see fatigue being an issue.
Which is nice.
Yeah, and I would have thought that the AAA team with more games could have been in better, could have made Michigan look out of shape. I don't think that's the situation.
As that puck in along the near boards, Carr trying to get to it. Izzy German has it.
Last 30 seconds. Let's just four corners it, guys.
29 seconds. They put it deep. Is that something you see as time has gone by? Did the players come into this season a little bit more conditioned than maybe they used to?
We expect it. They were asked to work out during the summer. They had programs to do it. It was up to them whether they did, but that's reflected in their preseason testing, and whether they're going to get as much playing time too.
Gordon with it, and that will do it as Michigan wins 4-0. Again,
combination shutout. Mike.
Yeah,
that doesn't happen very often.
I like it. The two new goalkeepers get a combination shutout, and again, I don't believe. I remember us actually beating one of the AAA teams since I've been broadcasting. So good job here, as, again, the next broadcast will be not tomorrow, or not this Friday, but the next Friday, as a varsity squad, University of Windsor Canadians come in to Yost Ice Arena to play Michigan women's hockey. So we'd love to see you there. Come on out. The blue versus white game on Friday, is that open to the public?
Yeah, Yost is open.
Okay. So if you want to come on down, what time is that game? Do you know?
Yeah, I knew you were going to ask that. I'm checking. He is
efforting it as we speak.
It is 9
so we appreciate that.
9 o'clock on Friday.
9 o'clock. Fine. So wonderful to see. Got some players there, and Coach Ned.
Can you say hi to Claudette?
We'll say hi to Claudette. Absolutely.
Shout out to Claudette. Okay.
So shout out to Claudette, and we appreciate that.
Joseph too. Okay, Joseph and Claudette shouting out. That's from Sandy.
Absolutely. So Sandy and Gustafson coming over to say hello. We appreciate that. Any final thoughts on the game before we let the folks go?
No, I'm pleased. I would not have predicted that. I'm glad it worked out. It's nice to get 2 shutouts for 2 first week players, first month players, and it was fun. I've looked forward to this all year. I can't tell you how much I look forward to being up here, Mark, with you, so it's great fun.
We appreciate you, and I'm sure I appreciate it up here. I know the fans appreciate you up here, so thank you, and we appreciate as many games as you can be with Coach. We are very grateful. So for Coach Ned, my cameraman is James Wiseman. My name is Mark Wiseman. Thank you very much, and continue to watch if you can't make it, but we'd love to see you down at Yost this season. Come and check this team out, and again, prove beyond a doubt that we have enough support for a Division I team by filling up Yost and cheering for this team, because it is some good hockey, and they're getting a fantastic picture of both teams out there. So thank you, everyone, and have a great night.